Greetings, geeks. Welcome to episode 789 of Geeks in Space. I'm Rob Commander Takamola, and joining me today in pretend low Earth orbit, we have Chris DeBona.
Hi.
Rob Roseboom.
Hello.
Both on the stablest of internet connections.
Mine's good.
You know, speaking of, not to gloat, Rob, and I apologize for your suffering, but recently I replaced my router, which was the stock one from the cable provider, with my own little $100 made in China running OPN Sense, but it has a 2.5 gig Ethernet port. So I've been paying for 1.2 gig ether, but the router that Comcast gives you only is a 1 gig ether. So they sell you a service that the router itself can't actually cap. So now I can cap, and I did. I was downloading things yesterday at 1.2 gigabits.
It's nice.
Now, Rob, on the other hand, is still functioning by carrier
salt in the wound
yeah,
here, you know,
Rob
Taco.
functions by carrier pigeon.
Well, or smoke singles, whatever, you know.
Smoke singles. That's like singles who smoke.
Are they in my area?
Are they in your area?
All I know is there are hot singles in my area.
That smoke.
Probably. That's why they're hot. They don't hold their cigarettes very stably.
Yeah, they're very shelf unstable.
That's right. All right, it's been a while.
It's been a day.
So let's see, what do we got? We got a new laptop, another cutting edge laptop for us to talk about. It's an 8088. It's got 640K of memory. It's really unfortunate that it's $200. It kind of is the form factor of like the Toshiba Libretto.
I remember.
I had that. I took notes on it in college, and I loved it.
You had a libretto?
I had a libretto. The only major difference is the librettos had a little thumb track, like a mouse thing on the right of the screen, which was not good. But I mean, this is back in the era when I could do everything from a keyboard and didn't need to touch a mouse.
Yeah, bring it up.
But that little guy's got it's got an OPL3, so it sounds exactly like a computer should.
Like a computer.
It sounds like a computer should in 1989 or whatever. Your AdLib card was the cutting edge of laptops. And don't ask, it won't run Doom. Oh no, they got Windows on that. That isn't an 8088 if it's running Windows.
Yeah, no, the libretto was not.
Oh no, you switched over to the libretto.
There you go.
Yeah. No, I ran Linux on my libretto, and it had a PCMCIA card slot. So we had it running off of, what were those Zoom Air cards that were like,
oh yeah,
they were before 802.11 even existed, and we had a bunch of those running around the Geek House.
I remember that.
Those were good times. Those, in that era, the only way to get a wireless network into your computer was to install an ISA card with a PCMCIA card slot and then put a PCMCIA card slot in your desktop. I mean, because we needed that for like one of the computers.
We were innovating.
Yeah. One of the computers.
We were innovating.
Yep. One of the computers in Geek House 1 needed that in order to have internet.
So there was this one here as well, which The Verge called stunningly usable. But charming. It was the other thing. It was awful. It ran Vista, and it took, no kidding, like 30 minutes to load. It was terrible.
See, I like that the one that I linked today, it has if you scroll down a little bit in the article, it's got a little slot you can pop off, and it's got exposed sockets so you can shove in an 8087 just in case you need a math coprocessor in your 45-year-old computer.
Yeah, here we go. Here's their image.
Look at that.
It's labeled kindly.
Yeah, just in case you wanted to try to stick something else in there from your random bin of old microchips.
Boy. What's this chip? Is that the OPL chip?
I don't know.
That's the 8086.
I assume that's the 86 right there, yeah.
Or 88, yeah.
I have so much fondness. Now look at that. It has a Windows key. I'm calling some BS on that.
Well, they had to source a keyboard, and a modern keyboard has a Windows key or something.
So gross. So
I
gross.
think you'll be okay though.
I will, but I'm gonna still feel a little sad for it. Anyway, I thought that was neat. If that thing was like $70, I'd be all in. But at 200, that's too expensive for a novelty toy.
I mean, that's more expensive than a Raspberry Pi. That's more
Right.
expensive than a lot of stuff.
I got a lot of weird computer stuff that's way cheaper than $200.
Right.
So TikTok banned in Montana. That's gonna work just fine.
Well, so I have a funny question.
Mm.
What's it called? The First Amendment of the Constitution? Isn't this counter to that? Telling citizens what they can and cannot use for expression, assembly.
Isn't that well? I mean, Utah, they're banning porn, right? You got to log in to get.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of laws
Yeah.
that say a lot of things, but is it just they think that no one's going to challenge it? Is this all for show?
Well, I would
mean,
assume.
This is one of the least. I mean, this is why the federal government banned it on government property, because it's their property.
For sure.
So they're not running afoul of the First Amendment.
And it's 100% a security hole.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
100%.
a terrifying. It's a terrifying
it's like when they told
security
them
hole.
not to run Strava on their devices when they were on patrol in Afghanistan. It's
Right.
like, that. Okay, that is the role of the government, But for them to then say to, Joe Blow in the middle of Michigan, you can't use something because we don't like it very much. It's like, I'm sorry, did you? I thought this was America.
Yeah, TikTok is an interesting one because TikTok does nothing worse to Americans than other oligarch social networks do in other countries to them.
Rob?
So, go ahead, Rob.
I don't know what. I don't have any comment.
Oh,
don't know. No.
Well,
nope.
It's hard to tell
right.
If you're lagging or not today. I can't tell because I have 1.2 gigabyte.
Oh, good Lord, stop. That's not cool, man.
Sorry, Rob.
You're not sorry.
I'm not. Well, I am sorry for you. I feel bad for your internet situation. Nobody should have that internet situation. This is like when I moved to Ann Arbor for the first time and went from having like a cable modem to ISDN because my realtor lied. A story you know all too well, Rob.
Lies. Damn lies in real estate.
That's right. Well, the TikTok thing is actually kind of related to the next story, because they're both kind of the ChatGPT story.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's a good story.
Yeah. So the ChatGPT story, well, there's several of them in the queue today. But one of them is a professor that banned half his class, claiming that they used ChatGPT to write their papers. But they claim they didn't. And it's just that the tools that you use to identify if something was written by ChatGPT or not are unsurprisingly wildly inaccurate.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, people are using these tools to cheat. Absolutely. But
100%.
This guy asked the tool,
hey,
Yeah.
Is this a cheat? They cheat, they get this from you? And it's like, yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, because these tools, they want to please you, It's like, sweet,
They don't want to please you. They don't want. They just are running the algorithm.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is that we all keep doing that. We assign emotions to a big pile of algorithms, and we personify them. It's weird. And it's gonna lead to weird cultural results.
You saw the one where somebody asked if it had written the email that the guy had sent out, and he said, "Yep, I wrote it."
Yep. Yep.
It's a good time.
Yeah, you just
it just seems It just seems that the prof would have, taken a little time maybe to ask it some more questions, obvious ones, to see if it would just say yes to different things he asked.
He
Um,
misspelled Chat GPT as Chat GTP. So I'm thinking he was loaded. Like, and
yeah,
you read the email he sent off, you're like, he's not. It reads like somebody who is had a bit of the electric lettuce. You
Ooh,
yeah.
know,
He's just lucky he's in Texas. I mean,
yeah,
profs
the
get
rest
in
of the
trouble
thing's okay.
now. Yeah, profs get in trouble now if someone isn't getting an A in a class, right?
right?
So
Man,
the fact that he would falsely accuse them of cheating by asking a AI tool if this was cheating, seems like not a lot of due diligence. That's all.
For sure.
no, the other thing.
The other thing. Yeah, it's well, okay, so this is related to there's been so many stories about ChatGPT, and it's just become it's the new generation of like Dungeons and Dragons will destroy our minds, or rock and roll music will destroy our minds, or dancing
Rap
too
music.
close together will destroy our minds.
You have to leave room for Jesus. Is that what
Yeah,
you were?
yep,
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing.
yep, that's what the AI needs us to do.
Yeah, it needs to go to Hope College, and
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah, we were all really good at Hope College. Didn't do anything
yeah,
wrong.
never.
Mm-mm.
Not once.
Nope.
Uh, although that had more to do with the fact that I was a nerd. Let's see. I thought I
I
had.
want. I feel the need to confess. I didn't finish season 1 of Strange New Worlds.
Yeah,
I liked it, of what I did see.
it's
So,
charming.
is the rest of it as good as the first half? And then we have season 2.
Yeah, there's the trailer for season 2, which has one, I guess, spoiler, but it's been all over the internet. The characters from Lower Decks are showing up in
No.
live action,
Oh, no.
and I can't wait to see
Oh,
how they pull that off. But as we've discussed here, well, I don't think Lower Decks is the greatest show in the universe or anything. My kid likes it,
It's
so
Huey.
therefore I'll watch it. Yeah, he's Boimler on
Yeah,
Lower Decks,
yeah.
and what Mariner is also. I don't know if she has any lines in the trailer, uh, but look, I like Strange New Worlds. If Picard 3 season 3 hadn't turned out so good, it would have been the best thing, the most enjoyable piece of new Trek for
Yeah,
me.
Picard
Uh,
season 3 was really good,
oh,
though.
I, I think that's true, hands down. Um, for sure, this is my favorite of the treks that they've put out. Discovery for me really went off the rails.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not recoverable. Not
yeah.
even with Mrs. McMurray.
You can't add Mrs. McMurray to any show and just make it better.
Nope,
Even
no.
though she,
Maybe Bonnie.
yeah,
Maybe
if you
Bonnie.
Bonnie McMurray.
Bonnie McMurray. So
Uh,
my cat's name is Donnie, and me and my daughter, we started calling him Donnie McMurray whenever he comes in the room. He's like, "What's going on?" My wife was like, "You guys are so weird." Donnie McFurry.
oh, no, it looks
Great
like a
cat.
solid trailer.
Yeah,
It looks like silly, schlocky fun, action
just
adventure.
what I need.
That's and at least for season 1, they did the thing that I want from a Star Trek show, which is don't make it so that if I doze off in episode 3 for 5 minutes, that now the whole rest of the season doesn't make sense. Like I don't need a full season long story arc. Give me a couple of
A really bad one,
yeah,
for
give
that
me a
matter.
couple of threads, that's fine, but I want episodic content. That's what
You
Star
don't
Trek.
want a reboot of Andromeda inside Discovery? Are you sure?
Nope. Deep Space 9 was as far in that direction as you get to go.
Yeah, but
Uh,
that was a good show.
That was a
So,
good show, but they also had very good writers. Uh, and this is schlock, and let's make it be action, fun schlock. I'm all in.
yeah, okay.
We had 2 separate stories about drug animals, one fiction, one real.
This is from that same group that did Meth Gator or something, or
Yeah,
I don't know.
this
They
looks
do a lot.
horrifying.
Noah's Shark. They did Noah's Shark,
Yeah,
you might remember.
cocaine shark.
And I think they used the same effects and costumes from Noah's Shark, like the lobster shark. and
It looks like it was shot with camcorders. It's not a real
oh,
movie.
and it's got his wife in it. And
Yeah,
again, I admire these people.
for
Their
sure.
pluck. They don't let anything keep them from creating. They're the best.
For sure. But Cocaine Bear is actually like, at
I
least as
think
far
they
as
actually
movies go.
reused part of the trailer from Noah's Shark for the record. Seriously, like there's this scene like right here in the trailer where the gal is introduced. Let me find it. And I swear this is a clip from the previous trailer.
It's
Like
disturbing to me that
these
there's only
guys, they're like,
172
well,
likes on that.
you know, well, we don't know how many dislikes, right?
Yeah, well, thanks, YouTube.
There were 12,000 views of Cocaine Shark. Yeah, like this, I've seen this clip before.
Well, that shot looks
These
like a straight up
people,
reference to Jaws
they
3D.
create. Yeah, they
Well,
create.
this is the clip that I shared way back when this first came out.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm just remembering that.
Yep.
Yeah.
But this is the first real trailer we've seen, right?
Mhm.
So,
Real
yeah.
trailer.
Yeah. That's the thing, is that Cocaine Bear, for like, I'm not telling you Cocaine Bear is like a cinematic masterpiece or anything,
But it was good.
but it's a real movie.
It's solid. Yeah,
It is.
definitely.
And that's a bunch of garbage. Now we have a story about seagulls on drugs.
This was a Rob story.
This is a Rob
right?
story.
Yeah. So I guess seagulls have started to recognize spice. What they call synthetic marijuana. I don't know why they call it that. It's, absolutely just horrible, weird chemicals. It's probably closer to meth, but they've started to recognize it and steal it from junkies along,
hilarious. They're protecting them.
along paths and beaches and such. And if you go and read it, there's a couple stories in there about, one seagull that they found just absolutely lethargic, one that was attacking people that walked down the beach. And anyway, it's become an issue in the UK. There's like 6 different cities there where the seagulls are actively seeking out drugs from people. So good
It's
for them.
right. Where was it that monkeys were stealing like Mai Tais or something?
Liquor. It's
Yeah.
that was a place in Costa Rica because
Thailand, Costa Rica. Yeah.
they did a study there about alcoholism and found that the rate of alcoholism in those monkeys was pretty comparable to humans if they have same access to alcohol.
Yeah.
That there were a bunch of monkeys that just like to, basically party on the weekends. There are a few that tried it once, didn't like it, but something like 25% of them, given the chance, would get hammered all day long, all the time. So, yeah,
That'll be fine for the
I
monkeys.
don't think they've done a study on how much the seagulls like spice or other drugs yet. But hopefully soon.
That's next. Well, that could be our next research project. We've been looking for a project, right? Giving drugs to animals seems as good as any.
I mean,
we should probably start with gerbils. It'll be a little easier to get, though.
Yeah, work our way up.
They're easier to catch than drunk monkeys or high seagulls. Yeah.
Seagulls full of meth in my basement, because we'd have to make sure they stay.
Full of basement meth, yeah, from leaves, Well, my question is like, what is this spice nonsense? They are saying it's an artificial cannabinoid, but then it has all these effects. I mean, these guys are.
Well, this is the thing that do you remember way back when where there was the guy who ate the other guy's face, and I think it was in Florida for sure. I think it was in Miami.
Florida, yeah.
This is what they were using. It's just there's different versions of it that
and
come
out. There's not, what's it called? Not
melange,
salvia, or one of those things.
That's different. That's
I'm just not good at
a different
alternative drugs.
That's just different plant. This is just absolute chemical nonsense. Okay. That they call bath salts sometimes. That's what.
Bath salts. Yes,
that we know.
Yeah.
See, if it wasn't a drug that is old enough to have been a plot topic on an episode of Miami Vice, then I can't take it seriously as a drug.
Yeah, because it's just not very modern. And you're a modern person.
I'm a modern person.
That's what they say about
Yep, and I don't know anything about drugs. So, speaking of people who did know about drugs, we have Pink Floyd fans, and there's a story going on about the Dark Side of the Moon rainbow logo. Did you know, guys, that
it always had a rainbow on it.
apparently there's a
Yes.
bunch of Pink Floyd fans that didn't know that?
Wait,
Now,
what?
the point is there are no Pink Floyd fans who didn't know that.
Right.
There are
Right.
a bunch of angry people on the internet who saw that and were like, rainbow? Screw that. I hate you guys. I've never listened to your music, never having seen the cover to Dark Side of the Moon.
If you're gonna make a list of most iconic covers in all of music history, you could probably make the. I mean, that easily gets into the top 10. But like, besides like maybe like the White Album or the Wall, I can't think of any more iconic album cover.
I mean,
Right?
even a lot of them really, like Wish You Were Here too. That cover with a guy on fire.
God, that's
I mean,
good.
Yeah.
And that was basically
Yeah.
was that Peter Max who did that one? I mean, it seems very
Animals is a great cover too, but
Metal. I loved Metal. Metal, you know, like
But yeah, but of all of the albums, that might be the most famous album cover in all of like 70s music history.
Yeah.
But guys, Pink Floyd
so
got
they-
woke.
Yeah, they made sort of a tight copy of that to use for the anniversary, and the Twitterverse went crazy. You're making yourself look stupid. I love that.
when you said
There's the
Pink Floyd, I
rainbow.
thought Roger Waters was saying something wacky again.
He
I'm
often
like, oh
is.
no, don't ruin what Pink Floyd for me. I love Pink Floyd. You
Right.
know? So, and I know he said a couple of wacky things.
Yeah. He's a challenge. So all right, next on the list we got EU approved the Microsoft deal
The
for
full story of Roger Waters' anti-Semitism controversy.
Yeah. I see headlines about Roger Waters and I'm just like, I don't want to know. I don't care about anything that man thinks in the year 2023. But I liked a bunch of those albums back in the 70s.
I had the remaster of Dark Side of the Moon by Mobile Fidelity, you know, the gold CDs that they would do. Man, that thing was good. That was the first CD I would play on any new system.
Last year, the battery to my Pulse DVD or
Oh.
my Pulse CD finally stopped.
Oh,
no.
That's sad. Mine died long ago.
What's Pulse? I don't know.
That was an album that they released in what, 92 maybe?
Yeah, I stopped listening after a certain point.
Sure, but the
it's
cover
a perfect moment in time.
The cover had like a blinking LED
I
embedded in the box.
Oh.
It was neat in the record store. You remember record stores? Because you could see like a whole display cabinet with the blinking LED. It's neat.
You could almost certainly replace that battery.
There's probably a YouTuber that has like a walkthrough and a parts list, an AliExpress shopping cart.
The Pulse DVD tear down.
Probably needs CD, not DVD, but yeah.
Okay, sorry.
This came out before DVDs, Chris.
I broke Google.
You broke Google. Ever since they fired all of their open source advocates, they
who also knew a lot
There it
about Pink
is.
Floyd.
Yeah. I loved that album.
There it is.
There it is.
Yep.
Here, I'm gonna drop this in the channel.
Changing the batteries.
There you go.
Oh yeah, you will live again.
There you go, Rob. Now I know what to get you for your next birthday. Get you a new battery.
That seems pretty well made, you know.
Well, that was the thing, is that it was like a premium thing when it came out. It was a big deal.
It's like double A's, man. You can
Yeah.
replace this in your sleep. All this stuff. Yeah, it's just double A's.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh nice.
That's easy.
Yeah, go get the really good ones from Duracell. You know, don't get like some you know, cheapo dollar store specials.
No, you gotta get the Energizer Bunny, because the Energizer Bunny is pink.
Oh no, we can't get it then, right?
Oh, is that it's part of the rainbow?
Yeah.
You don't want to gay up your Pink Floyd logo.
No, certainly not.
I think I told you guys this when my kids were small. One of my daughter was going to a ballet class, and there was one of her cohort, another guy's daughter, and I was like, "Oh, have you thought about putting your son?" And he goes, "Nah, I don't want to gay him up." And I'm like, okay.
So
Because
the
when you're
next
a parent, you end up knowing parents who you would not piss on if they were on fire when your kids play together. I'm like, man, really?
Yeah. So orcas are attacking boats in Europe.
Nice.
This is a Rob story for sure.
Yes.
Tell us. Speak
It's
it.
been happening for a few years now. It just occasionally
They
and just a
sunk one.
few. But they've sunk a few now and damaged a bunch. And
So many
they think what happened was that at some point someone made a collision with this female orca, and she has been teaching the rest of the orcas how to that well she sees boats as a threat now, and she's been teaching other orcas how to make sure there
Man,
aren't
that's
boats
so
around.
cool.
So uh it's starting to spread, and
Oh.
they're a little bit worried about it because one of the people or one of the orcas she's taught, they don't say if it was her calf or not,
Hmm.
is a male, so it's going to get pretty big. They can get like 30 feet, which is like as big as Jaws in the movie Jaws. That's about 30 feet. So that ramming into your boat would just smash it. It would sink you for sure.
Yeah.
Nice. As far as media goes, I watched John Wick 4 last night.
Did you like it?
The Donnie Yen is
He's amazing.
so great.
He's
that
great in everything.
So okay, Keanu's action style is very like I use the word clumsy, but like it feels real. Like he feels like a real guy, like kind of swinging his way through the motion. That's kind of the John Wick thing, right? Like he knows what he's doing, but he's not like it doesn't feel like super like magic. Donnie Yen's
Yeah, he's
motion in this movie, his movement is so interesting and weird, and it juxtaposes really, really well against Keanu. Because Keanu's kind of like flailing around and swinging and kind of loose, and Donnie Yen is like this precise, weird style. I don't know. I gotta watch. Was it Ip Man?
Yeah, Ip Man's great.
I've never seen it.
I saw the first 3. I haven't seen the next 97 of them.
I've seen Donnie Yen in other stuff before, but I've
He
always
was in Rogue One.
yeah.
He's
Also
great.
playing a blind guy in John Wick 4.
I didn't know he was blind in John Wick.
Yeah. So I'm not going to tell you that
he's
the
the
movie
kind of guy who plays blind because it's like when you meet a skier who skis in those super small skis, because he's got to make it hard. It's
Yeah.
like, it's just I'm so good at this. I have to literally hobble myself to make it
just to be
entertaining,
to put myself on the same level as Keanu Reeves.
right. And Keanu Reeves is a solid actor.
For sure.
Donnie's 60 years old.
Yeah.
60.
And he moves in this movie like an older guy. But Donnie Yen moves like he's magic.
No, Keanu is 58.
Yeah. But the movie itself, I mean, it's fine. It's the action sequences the action sequences towards the end are just unbelievable. There's a oneer towards the end where they obviously have a huge set, and the camera there's a really long oneer with Keanu like coming up out of a stairwell, and then the camera is just slowly moving up and up and up and up and up until it's looking straight down on him, and he's fighting across the room, and it looks kind of like a top-down fighting game, like an action game. And then the camera eventually, he goes through the doorway and the camera follows him, but over the door frame. And then you follow him for like another minute and a half as he's top down, as he's running from room to room, just shooting guy after guy after guy. It is extraordinary. I've never seen it. That's my highest praise for an action movie. Never seen that before. So cool.
Yeah.
So cool. I don't think the movie is like, I kind of got a little bored. The movie's weighed down in its own mythology, pretty heavy. But the finale, the last half hour is
launch
great.
some series on the Continental or something.
Yeah,
But the guy died. The guy who's
Yeah.
the bellman.
Yeah.
Wonderful. The desk guy.
Lance Reddick.
Yeah, he's so cool.
Yeah. The movie was dedicated to him.
Yeah.
I definitely recommend watching it.
I'm gonna.
It's hard because there's like 3 or 4 15-minute long chunks with just a lot of talking. And it's like a lot of like pretentious, heavy, like, and how will the table feel about that? You know, like, and you're like, yeah, okay. I'm not particularly invested in this anymore. I'm just looking for John Wick to get to the next scene
part.
where he spends 17 minutes mowing down people in interesting ways.
Yeah, I just want to see him punish bad guys for stealing his car and hurting his dog.
Yeah.
Right?
That's all I want.
I mean, that's what we all want.
Yep. And it's visually just so great. Everything is neon and like weirdly colored. It's
Blacktron.
Yeah, it's visually just astounding. And the last half hour, 45 minutes are really worth it. But it takes its time getting to the finale. There's a couple of good action sequences in the first and second acts, but the finale is just holy crap. It's really great. Is there any other media worth watching?
I saw the first Silo series.
Oh yeah, is that worth
Pretty good.
watching?
Yeah. I mean, not for nothing, Apple TV does not cheap out.
No, they don't.
Holy crap! It's like they had to build a whole damn silo for this thing, you know. But yeah, it's really.
Ted
very well
Lasso
produced,
is one episode away from being done.
Same with Succession. Same with
Yeah.
a bunch of things. Barry's in the last season, I think. Boy, is it good.
Time for a changing of the guard.
Yeah, right.
Nobody watched Fast 10, I assume.
It's all about family.
That's a movie that I will definitely watch the day it comes out on streaming, but I can't possibly imagine going to a movie theater for it.
It just looks hammy, you know? I just don't care.
Every review I've heard is that Jason Momoa steals the show and Vin Diesel is just boring.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a hard time giving any craps about it.
Yeah. But it makes all the money.
Yeah.
You know, and Guardians of the Galaxy, which was
hey,
good
they
movie.
renewed that dog shit show too. So it's like, you know, what do we know?
Yeah, no, we don't know anything. Fast is going to make more money than Guardians of the Galaxy. And I'm guessing Guardians is going to be a better movie, at least for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not much else media-wise. Time to wrap up?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, wait. Let's give Rob a chance. We've been talking over him because of the lag.
Nope, I'm good.
All right.
Shut it down.
All right, shut her down. Goodbye, Rob Roseboom.
See you.
Goodbye, Chris DeBona.
Goodbye.
That was episode 798 of Geeks in Space. I was Rob Commander Taco Malda, and we'll see you next time on Geeks in Space. Bye.